What's up, guys? It's Sam here, and I wanted to talk about training versus diet. I've been getting a lot of messages lately, and I love it and appreciate it, but I wanted to talk a little bit about training and diet, and I'll make this video quick. But before I do that, make sure you press that subscribe button if you want to follow along with future videos. And that little bell notification will tell you every time I post a new video. Well, it's supposed to. I don't know if it actually works, but if you do that, then YouTube will be like Santa Claus every day bringing you a gift, my face, to your phone. Anyways, to get into it, training versus diet. I'm not going to get into the 70-30 or 80-20 or whatever the fuck you hear from other people who think they're gurus or who are gurus. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm sure they're very knowledgeable and know exactly what they're doing. But I want to talk about training, right? We're going to start with that, and then we're going to get into the diet. So we'll assume that you train regularly, right? So maybe you train, say, 2 hours a day, and you do that 5 days a week. And you're probably like, Sam, that's fucking excessive. You don't need to train that much. Well, it depends on your goals, right? But I'm doing 2 hours a day for the purpose of this video because that's how I used to train. And sometimes it was longer than that. Sometimes it was less than that. But that's how I used to train. And I feel like that is going to apply to certain people who were in the same spot I was in back then. And if somebody had told me this back then, I would have made progress a lot faster at that moment. So that is why I'm doing that. If you train an hour and 20 minutes roughly every time you go, then just adjust the numbers accordingly. So, and while you're adjusting those numbers, press that like button. Okay, so 2 hours a day, right? 5 days a week, that's 10 hours a week. I would bet you money, a lot of money, that whether your goal was to get lean, put on muscle, or whatever it is that you want to do, if you were to train less, let me get into this before you press unlike or unsubscribe. If you were to train less, right? Now, give me a second, right? We're going to take off 3 hours. So nothing crazy. You're still training 5 days a week. I'm not saying you need to take a day off. If you like training, then fucking train. I train 2 times a day a lot of times. Do I think that training less could give me better results? Possibly. But I like training. I like going to the gym. I enjoy it. So why stop? If I enjoy it, I enjoy that more than, say, the results do. Because I just enjoy the process of going to the gym and working out and the cardio and just everything in general, the fucking diet and all that shit. So now you're training roughly about an hour and a half a day, right? Because we took 3 hours, right? So that takes off about 30 minutes, right, per day. A little bit more than 30 minutes per day. So you're training slightly less than an hour and a half per day, maybe an hour and 20 minutes per day. So how this affects you in 2 ways. We're going to get into the lesser effect first, and then we're going to into the much, much more important effect of training less. The first effect is that you have to be more efficient with your workouts, which, depending on what you're trying to do, whether you're trying to gain muscle or lose fat, those tend to be the primary things. You have to figure out how to do that in less time. Which means that a lot of the time you get more engaged mentally. And when you're more present in what you're doing, you get better results. If you're more present in your relationship with your wife, girlfriend, etc., if you're more present, you probably have a better relationship. If you're more present at work with whatever you're doing, you're probably going to get better results. If you're more engaged in anything you do, you're going to get more results on average. Okay. Now, with that being said, you're training in 80 minutes now versus an hour and 20 minutes. So you're training in less time. You have to be more efficient, more effective in the processes that you go through to get your results done. however that plays out, whether that's less time resting, whether that's less time playing on your fucking phone, whether that's less time talking to everybody else in the gym. Remember, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do any of these things. If that's what you like doing, then that's what you should do. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's zero judgment on my side. If that's what you want to do, then fucking do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Don't let other people tell you, oh, you're playing with your phone, like, you just work out. Like, fuck them. Do you. If you enjoy doing that, then fucking do that. Who gives a fuck? But that's not the point, and that's not what I'm trying to tell you to do. It gets you more present and engaged, because then you still have this amount of time that you had before. Now it's compressed down, so you have to think differently about how you're going to approach your workouts. That's the idea there. Then the secondly, and way more important, is if you take those 3 hours and when you replace them with something, right? And you replace them with 30 minutes per day, 6 days a week, in terms of learning and prepping your food for the next day, 30 minutes a day, that compounds over time. So whatever you're trying to achieve, whether, as I mentioned, put on weight, muscle, lose fat, whatever you're fucking trying to achieve, if you took that 3 hours from your training and you switched it to focusing on learning about what works, different nutrition, micronutrition and macronutrition, how your body likes these things, how your body responds, your digestion, all this other pieces that layer onto it, you are going to get better results. First, you're going to train more effectively, not just efficiently, but more effectively, and then you're going to take that time and the ROI of that time spent on your diet, which is already about 70% of the equation to getting the results that you want. You actually apply time to that. And you're like, oh, Sam, I already eat healthy. Oh, great. Then how is that going for you? How is that going for you? Are you reaching your results? Are you moving forward towards your results? If yes, then fucking awesome. Keep doing you, bro. That's awesome. If you're not, or you actually want to increase the pace of that, think about how you're spending your time and where you can get a better return on your time. That 30 minutes extra in the gym per day, roughly, versus that 30 minutes learning about your diet, how these things affect you, how they're going to affect me differently than they're going to affect you. Not everybody's going to want to eat 2.5, 3 pounds of fucking meat every day. You got to understand these things. Understand, say, some of the research, right? You might not look like reading the research, so watch some fucking YouTube videos or look shit up in terms of blogs. There's plenty of information out there that will synthesize the data for you that you can then digest however you would like to do that. But those two things in and of themselves are going to get you better results. Worked for me, and if I had known that a long time ago, I feel like I would have learned a lot faster. I wouldn't change anything, but I'm just thinking that hopefully, even if it can just help one person, that would be amazing. But thank you so much for watching, and if you guys want to follow along with my journey, I am documenting my journey of getting to $100 a day online. So I'm telling you what exactly I'm doing. I'm giving you the results on YouTube of what the analytics are. I'm also telling you how I'm making my money. So if you want to watch either one of those series in terms of the results on the YouTube or how I'm making my money, currently the only way I'm making the money is through Amazon Associates, but relatively soon I should be able to monetize the YouTube channel, and I will keep you posted on the results of what I am doing, as long as they are not violating the TOS, which is the terms and conditions from YouTube. Terms of service, I think, is the actual acronym for that. So if you want to do those, check out the channel, make sure you subscribe, press that like button. That like button will help out because it tells YouTube to show this video to other people. If you don't know what SEO is, I also do some on that as well. So that tells YouTube to show this type of content to other people. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Also, actually, if you're still watching, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, make sure to leave them down below in the comments. I will respond. Or if you would prefer, reach out to me on Instagram, leave a comment on a photo, or shoot me a DM, and I'm happy to help out. It's the first link in the description for my Instagram, and the second link will be for the Amazon. How that works is, if you were to purchase something on Amazon and you use my link, just clicking on the link will take you to Amazon. Just purchase whatever you're going to normally purchase. Don't purchase anything you don't fucking need. But if you were going to purchase something, it takes a little bit of that profit and gives it to me from Amazon. It just tells Amazon that the traffic came from me. And, oh, man, good thing this is not a smell-o-vision. So it takes a little bit of that profit and gives it to me. It doesn't cost you anything at all other than the time to go down there and click on that link. That is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.